It's hard to remember.
You recognize that, bro?
Who is that guy?
I don't know.
that guy?
He's beautiful.
That's flat. All of that was flat. That's singing. A person actually told me, hey, the record sounds great. Five of the songs, you're all flat. Oh my God.
That's awesome, man.
I worked on this for a year. That was your first critic.
Hey, so welcome to Spiderland show.
Spiderland. And we would say the bus, but it's not the bus.
It's not in the
here.
bus,
And
but
we have an audience.
The bus okay?
we do have an
bus is
audience.
nice.
Everybody in the audience say hi. Thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
This is fun.
It is
We're
fun.
in Spiderland, Spiderdale.
So you can clearly see how big the show's gotten now
It's
because of all
huge.
we have people walking in from the streets.
We're live streaming this. There's millions of viewers
It's
right now.
freaking crazy.
It's not about quantity. It's about quality.
Oh no, it's all
No,
about
no, no.
quantity.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
totally
Yeah.
all we do
Numbers.
is we look at impressions and clicks and,
Numbers.
and
Views.
time.
Yeah. Time watch.
Well, I'm always talking about getting a quality gig.
We're
right?
not. We talk
No.
about quantitative gigs.
Okay, so you're saying that if I play some songs today, maybe two people will actually listen in here today?
What we're saying is we need you to play 10 songs today.
10 songs.
10 songs for 1 million views.
Oh, is there somebody playing?
I mean, you have a set list right here. Like a couple of them that equate to about 60 songs.
I have a Post-it note with 4 songs that may or may not fly at all. Or
right.
I may or
That's
may
good.
not even remember the words to them. So
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I can get behind a train wreck. We were talking about this coming up. I can get behind completely falling apart.
That's
if
good.
If it inspires you, right?
Yeah, totally
Yeah.
inspired. We're inspired right now.
Yeah.
This is already a freaking train wreck of a show.
Yeah. The Rolling S show. The Rolling S show.
Brooke, will you do your job and introduce our guests, please?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is Eric's college buddy, but I will introduce him. This is Chris DeClerk.
Hey.
I know.
Hey, Brooke.
Hi.
You just
Nice to
made
meet
the
you.
whole show awkward.
I like
make
Brooke
it
already.
awkward.
I do.
I know. Yes. No. So this is Chris DeClerk.
Hey.
He is the musician that we use in all of our podcasts.
Yeah,
Awesome.
You are the intro, the outro, and then the
mid-tro.
intro, the intro before the intro.
When did we first talk about doing that? Like having some of the songs on it.
been a couple of years.
I was excited about the record, and you were putting some stuff together. I don't think were you still in? Did you have an office in Fayetteville too?
We used to, yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we had talked about just using some music or getting some things going, and
Yeah, it's been a couple of years, but
Yeah.
when we actually started doing it.
And we had just,
few months-
I found
just a
out
couple
about
months
it
ago.
in June.
yeah.
It
And I've
takes
been
it-
in charge of the video since
Yeah, it takes-
2014.
takes
so
about a year and a half for us to go through the pops here.
to communicate
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah, you come up with an idea, then you wait about 2 weeks before you actually ask somebody whether or not it's a good idea,
Yeah.
and then another year before it actually gets
Yeah.
implemented.
Sometimes I
2
don't even
years.
ask anybody. I just do something, and then people then start saying that was a bad idea.
Or you realize, that was a stupid idea.
That's your idea.
I don't think I've ever realized that.
No,
part,
no.
but-
I just come in behind the scenes and delete it.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was no.
She does.
I know.
She does that a lot, actually.
It's like,
I've posted
hurry
stuff.
up, hurry up and clear Eric's cache
Like, oh,
before ever
nope.
anybody comes in.
Dude,
right?
I've posted stuff on LinkedIn. I'm like, and I look back and trying to see
what
how
happened?
many thousands of people have looked at that.
Oh my God, that's plagiarism.
I know. And you're just like, nope. Where'd it go?
Go to jail for that.
Brooke's comment has been, "Hey, I got a job here too. Okay, I depend on this place as well.
Yeah, I know
so you
that.
can't say stuff like that.
Your actions are a direct result of what I
I know.
do every day.
What you do does affect my family too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. It's crazy, heavy responsibility.
So nothing has changed.
So in that sense,
oh
college,
no.
I want to hear about
DeClerk.
this. So
A lot has changed.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
You know.
We got haircuts. That's
you
changed.
did, yeah.
We periodically take baths. Periodically.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to know how did you guys meet? Like how old were you?
College, 97, ASU.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, Sigma Chi fraternity was a big deal. And we were a different fraternity than the normal kind of get-up poser fraternity.
Yeah. Gumbies, gapers,
Yeah.
Torons. We weren't those.
No, you weren't those.
We were legit.
Well,
So
it was
what
just
were
like,
you guys like?
I don't know. It was there was a group of guys from Jonesboro, and they all, got together, and it's kind of like being in the Boy Scouts and going all the way through and getting your Eagle Scout. You're not going to ever do it unless your buddies do it, and they kind of get competitive with each other, and you continue to hang out and you continue to extend that friendship, and being in whatever fraternity. It could have been a college fraternity or beer drinking fraternity or whatever it might be.
Which we weren't part of.
Yeah, we never did any of that.
Like that.
But
people.
it was just a kind of a camaraderie that you guys had and kept it going. And then
then comes in Pocahontas.
That's amazing how that all happened.
Yeah, it was.
Just if there's, I guarantee you, there's somebody down the street from Pocahontas.
Promise. And there's five from Jonesboro. There's a 5-to-1 ratio.
Ready to fight.
Well, how many people are here just from Jonesboro? I mean, there's at least.
Is there
me, Lane?
There's more. Yeah, there's more.
Lane is. She's from J-Town.
Any more?
No, I don't think that's. I think that's it.
So
I think
3.
this is our exit. No.
And how many from Pokey? 1.
Well,
Goes back to my ratio. But we are ready to fight, like right now.
We could
get in a fight immediately.
Well, there's a lot of things in here worth fighting over.
I agree.
I agree.
But our friendship.
Your friendship? You're gonna fight over that?
Well, I was just thinking, guitars and
guitars.
stuff that we got hanging.
And this lovely equipment.
Oh yeah, what do you think about my little setup here?
I like your mixer board. It's great. It works.
I built a little stand. It's a portable one now, so you can pick up that whole thing and you take the boom mics and everything with you.
I dig.
Just fold it up. You like that?
Yeah.
When Pocahontas mixed
didn't like that much. Nah. It's not that big of a deal to him.
Yeah.
I mean, it took me like a day
to put it all together.
I built that.
It took you a weekend. Because it started on Saturday.
Don't be.
A weekend.
Hey, look. Hey, your music's flat.
Your singing's flat.
You sing flat.
Man, oh man.
Don't knock my freaking dude. Dude, I worked at that.
I love it.
No, you don't.
Whatever works. We were talking about buying a new microphone stand coming up here, and I was like, well, I've got one that's old and it works. Why do I have to spend? You spend 40, you spend $80, and sooner or later you got a plane ticket to Steamboat Springs, Colorado that you can't get because you spent a bunch of money on crap that you never ever needed, right?
That's right.
I think it's just kind of the American way. Just waste your money on garbage.
It's beautiful. You got a song about that? American way?
It's American way. It's coming.
It's coming?
That's awesome.
All right.
I get it. We could probably make it up on set.
Let's do it. Let's write a song.
Let's not
We're going to write a song right now, like right here?
Let's plan a murder. Let's start a religion.
Let's talk.
This is going to be a really full.
Write a song.
Is this
I'm sorry, Roger. Did that make you feel uncomfortable over there?
It's semi-cult.
Okay.
Just a full day.
Jim, thank you.
God.
He knew who I quoted. That was awesome. Lizard King, I can do anything.
Oh man.
So
no one gets out of here alive.
Are there any Jim Morrison stories that are appropriate?
Oh,
for this
Lord,
podcast?
have mercy.
There's, of course, there's a lot of inappropriate stuff, that we can't talk about. But again, it's kind of that train wreck stuff that I can get behind. There's this balance between good and evil. I think it's kind of good, in your life. Can't always be good. You got to enjoy some other things so you can learn to be good.
I help people that aren't good now.
Yeah. Just from life experiences.
Yeah, I help people all the time that aren't good.
But we were always a tight clique in Northeast Arkansas. There was I don't even think it was really a Jonesboro thing. There was we enjoyed camping, we enjoyed hiking, we enjoyed fishing. Being together, we went everywhere. We enjoyed the Spring River a lot and the 11 Point River a lot. We enjoyed downtown Jonesboro a lot. We enjoyed riding Crowley's Ridge a whole bunch. But we enjoyed being part of a group where we could, everybody's got baggage and has issues, and it was just fun to be part of a like-minded group of guys. And there were some girls that ran around with us too that kind of had the same issues, But it was good to bounce those issues off each other, and we became close because of that. Now, Eric and I and a few other guys, we stayed in touch over the years, and that's been awesome.
Yep.
And led us here.
So is it like a big group of guys, or just you got?
Yeah. There was probably 20 of us, and then a core 8 to 10.
Yep.
That had the clique that ran
You've
around.
met
and
some of them.
Like-minded
at your
things.
wedding?
Bino, Martini.
At your wedding?
Yeah.
Jason.
Jason Martin.
Kevin Haney.
Yeah.
Bambi.
And
yeah. Oh God, Trev Sork.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I met Travis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trev-
yeah,
I
yes,
do
you
know
did.
Travis.
So Trev was a client of ours for quite some time, and so Brooke had the pleasure and the honor to go down to his business and take pictures of what
We took
of the
pictures and did
products.
videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
actually
Trev was-
interviewed him, and he hated every single video I did. He just hated every single one.
Wow.
There wasn't. He wouldn't even.
You're already
he wasn't-
concerned. You were already concerned immediately, weren't you?
Can we stop talking about Travis and start talking more about me?
I think that's a really, really actually awesome
So
idea.
back to our guest.
I mean, well, he knew how to stop that off because we would just go into just a Trevis sort of
could go into-
conversation.
A huge black hole.
Awesome.
Of Trevis.
I'll make sure to tag him in the post.
We should call Trevis right now.
We can
Yo,
we can
Trev.
Bluetooth
No,
the phone.
let's not. Let's not.
You know what? Okay, I was going to call him and get him in.
No, let's talk about music.
Let's talk about music.
Yeah. How did you get into music?
Oh gosh. Because I didn't play football. To be honest with you, I mean, I could talk about all the cliche garbage in the world about how music saves and
Yeah.
it's good for your soul.
Uh-huh.
And, it's a release,
Yeah.
if you will, which to some extent it certainly is. But I think people are kind of good at their own thing.
Yeah.
And you find out first in life what you're not good at.
Yeah.
And for
Football.
me, it was sports, right? So growing up in a small town, you either you played sports or you smoked cigarettes and rode skateboards and learned, a different outlet.
Mm-hmm.
And my father had a musical upbringing, and there were instruments in the house.
Yeah.
So one day, he got me a guitar, and I couldn't keep my hands off of it. And it wasn't necessarily that I was real motivated to learn music. I mean, I could sing at a real early age, and I recognized chord changes and recognized tone and recognized being able to sing in key. But honestly, it was just that I sucked at a lot of other things. And guitar was something that I kind of naturally gravitated to. And I started playing, and a guy I knew then, an old buddy, Chris Lynch, who you know well, his dad rocked.
Yeah.
And his dad taught me how to sing like David Lee Roth,
Did
which
he?
I can't sing like David Lee Roth. But he taught me how to, metal songs. We grew up,
That's cool.
playing metal music, and I still have an affinity towards that. We listened to Ozzy Osbourne, Randy Rhoads.
Iron Maiden?
We listened to Iron Maiden and Mr. Crowley and all those.
Oh, yeah.
I love those tunes. I love Randy
stuff.
Rhoads. But then again, I loved Michael Jackson and Run DMC, and all that time that I was growing up, there was this, this kind of early hip hop thing and breaking. Remember breaking
Breaking
2,
1 and 2.
Ozone
and
Turbo.
Turbo, dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
So that, I had an affinity towards that. So
You're a break dancer.
I was a little bit of a break dancer,
that.
and I could
Well,
kind of
we
moonwalk.
were break dancing together.
I think-
a few times at parties.
Were we chained together?
I really want to hear the story after we're done filming.
It's funny you bring that up. Yeah, I do kind of remember us having a chain.
But anyway, back to music.
But music.
But
It was awesome. You should have been there to tell her all about it. It was incredible.
No, I'm not going to go
You
there.
tell
I
me.
don't even remember that.
You
Really.
remember
Yeah,
much
you
of
do.
it?
You remember it very vividly. I remember exactly what happened.
But
I don't remember why, but I do remember that it
Doesn't
did.
we were having fun, and it was loose times, and there wasn't iPhones and
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
recording devices available.
Yeah.
Now you have to watch yourself.
You do. Like right now, because we're recording what
Recording,
we're
it's
talking
fine.
about.
That's why I continue to change the subject.
So you got a tune for us?
Yeah, I can do that.
Sweet.
Okay.
Let's pick it up.
Hand
Yeah, I'll
it
hand
You're
this up.
yeah. Just hold it.
You want me to hold it, Brooke?
Yeah, can you hold the mic? You're doing
I
good.
can. So what are you about to jam out here? Tell us a little
I
bit.
think I want to play a new one. a new one for
Ooh.
you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, like I said, my father and I write some music together.
So you and Bill write music together? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he writes. He comes up with these with lyrics a lot of times, and you know, I'll come up with the melody, or you know, maybe I'll come up with the melody and oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does. It's a good microphone.
As far as the songwriting process, I don't know. You know, it's different for me. I'll get inspired. I'll write down a song that I like, and then I'll play kind of a song in the vein of that. There's been plenty of songs that I've written that I've thought, you know, that's kind of a crappy song, or it sounds exactly like that song. And the guy told me, he's like, you know, write as many as you. All songs sound like other songs. All your songs sound like Bob Dylan songs for a reason, because you love Bob Dylan. But keep writing them, and sooner or later you'll develop your own kind of voice and your own songs. So if there was any advice to anybody out there, just keep writing crappy songs and suck as long as possible in your garage until you kind of figure it out.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. Gives me some hope.
I know.
When the world gets tough and I want to get away, I go to my room and get lost in my own little way. So won't you come in? Times they are getting real hard. Kick off your shoes and get lost with me in the yard. It's not just for you, it's not just for me. It's a trip and it's meant to be free. It's not just for you, it's not just for me. It's a trip and it's meant to be free. Let's go away together with each melody and rhyme. We'll trip along the soundscape to the music in my mind. Whole notes in half, 3/4 barely last. Just long enough to get lost with me in the time. It's not just for you, it's not just for me. It's a trip and it's meant to be free. It's not just for you, it's not just for me. It's a trip and it's meant to be free. No, 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 no. Don't wait too long to start up my song. The memories linger on in the hearts and the souls of my friends who got lost in the music again. So when the world got tough and you need to get away, go to your room and get lost in your own little way. It's not just for you, it's not just for me. It's a trip and it's meant to be free. It's not just for you, it's not just for me. It's a trip and it's meant to be free. No, 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 no.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome.
You know what? You know what I heard of in the behind the scenes there?
What?
I heard a little Led Zeppelin.
Lil Zepp?
A little Zepp. I couldn't help but feel it just a little bit.
Was I getting the lead out?
I think you're getting a little bit of lead out. Is that appropriate for me to say to you after that? I didn't say you're flat at all.
I actually thought that was a pretty decent version of that.
That was good.
I remembered all the words and remembered the chords.
So tell us about the song. So did you write the words, or did your pop write the words?
Well, he wrote them, and I put a little bit of a twist on it. But you know, people will ask me that sometimes, and I'm not saying like I got millions and millions of fans, right? Maybe one person has asked me, what's that song about?
But people, you can use the plural part of that one
right.
person.
Just I need to let everybody know out there that I do have millions and millions of fans.
So do
and
we.
they're
We do too.
ready to meet me as soon as I walk out this door.
Just wait until you get this video goes live. It's gonna triple your fan base.
The whole reason why I'm here.
Thank
There you
you.
go.
Thank you so much.
That's what you guys do, right?
You make famous.
Build analytics.
There you go. Yeah.
It's dual fold here.
So
I don't know. What do you think the song's about?
I think it's about
The name of it's Lost in the Music, or My Music.
Lost in My Music.
Yeah.
I think it's to me what I was kind of understanding the first time I ever heard of it. Right. It seemed like that it was about you go through life, you go into your own solitude area, and you make your own music.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
I again, you don't know anything unless you are awful at it first.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of develop your path and develop your song, and when, like what said, when times are tough, you maybe need to settle down and kind of listen to that internal song a little bit more.
Yeah.
Whatever that song might be for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it camp out in your mind.
Yeah. And don't be distracted from it.
Right. It's yours. Own it. Mm-hmm. Let it ride along with you. But, don't necessarily put it on a pedestal where, it's some idol that you have to keep up with, but it's yours, and kind of just let it ride along with you. It's your own song.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, man. I think that's what it's about. I don't know. I draw a lot of inspiration from that without, again, being too cliche, because a lot of times I think it's cool just to write a song about your car. This is my car. It's super cool, and it goes fast, and it's a stick shift, and not very many people can drive with a stick shift.
That's right. That's right.
That's a great song.
There you go. There it is.
It is. I was thinking earlier, it's kind of funny, like how there's just so much activity going on around us at all times that we kind of forget at the core of what we actually love and what we want to do and enjoy to do. I mean, Brooke's a good testament of that. She peddles her produce in our office at all times.
I do.
But she never forgets that at her house she has vegetables that she's growing.
I have a farm.
That she has a farm.
I live on them. Yeah.
Yeah, but then she uses us here, the people at our company, to sell produce too.
I want to share my produce.
She actually is trying to make money.
Organic produce.
Make lots of money off of us.
Do people ever say, Brooke, I just don't like tomatoes?
Yes. All the time. And they're like, yeah, the carrots. They were good the first week. But now I don't need more carrots. It's fine. I don't take it personal.
These carrots don't look like the ones that are at Walmart.
No, they
really
don't.
Big, long, that are huge and perfectly orange.
No, because they're also a specialty brand, because that's what we do, is Riverside Specialty Farms. is we find, my husband will find like kind of like off versions.
No promotions on here, homie, unless you got $100.
DeClerk Osborne. DeClerk Osborne.
There you go.
Bleep. $100.
$100
Every time you say
Yeah.
it. You know, I was listening to a video this morning. Sorry that this guy, you know, he was talking about raw foods, raw whole living foods. And I like to geek out on that once in a while. But he's talking about it's not really that's organic. It's what's in the soil.
Sure.
Because everything's connected.
Sure.
Yeah. So what do you do with your soil, Brooke? Or do you take care
Oh my
of the soil?
goodness.
You mend the soil?
Yes. Oh
You
my
put
goodness.
fertilizers in there?
You have
We
to.
cover crop. No, we don't put fertilizer.
Do you put what kind of chemicals do you put in the soil?
None,
Pesticides?
because you can't. Because it's organic.
How many
No
gallons of
certified
herbicide do
natural-
you dump into the soil?
0.
Okay.
We are certified naturally grown, so we don't do that. But my husband uses all sorts of soil methods to kind of like treat the soil, and
Sure.
so we cover crop and we do all these other things.
What kind of cover crop do you grow?
Right now, he's done oats. We are doing rye right now.
Cereal rye?
Uh-huh. Yep. We've done rye, oats, and then some clover and things like that. So
Chicken manure?
Can you explain to Eric what that is and means?
I know.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Put chicken poop in there?
No. Well, I
chicken
mean, we
poop?
have chickens, so yeah, they poop, but I mean,
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't. It's not like we don't use that either.
Cover crops are awesome because they allow the ground to have a lot, to maintain the moisture, right? And then there's a lot of stuff, organic material that we miss out on a lot. And that's the reason why we have to put chemicals and fertilizers and stuff like that into the ground, because there's hardly any more
Nutrients.
organic nutrients there. We just scathe the ground, and, and plants in areas that's, not susceptible to drainage, and, the plants don't work very well in drainage, so it's good to go back to that. And even some people will plant a cover crop and then introduce cattle to eat the cover crop, and that kind of helps forage the cover crop at the same time.
Yeah, he's
So-
trying to talk me into pigs right now, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I'm
Not
not
down
into
pigs.
the pigs. Yeah, he wanted to get geese once, and I was like,
Pig
you
prejudice.
and I both have been attacked by geese when we were children, and I was like, I don't know why we would want to bring things that we know would attack our son, and put them on the property and say, have fun, Wyatt, go play with the geese.
Now you know
It's a good experience for you.
how to freak her out.
Yeah, I'm
Geese.
gonna get me a freaking
Geese.
goose tomorrow.
I know.
I'm gonna get one freaking goose.
One goose. It's just
You're gonna walk in
and it's
here.
gonna attack me.
It will attack you.
I have. I've been attacked by. Yeah, it was scary.
Yeah.
It was
You
very
still
scary.
seem a little nervous
It
about
was
that.
like, I'm like, it's traumatizing.
Went back to the place. Went
I
back to
know.
there in
I
your
was
mind.
there. I'm feeling it.
So what are you doing in Northwest Arkansas? Because you're from Little Rock. You're not from around here.
I'm not. It's strange up here.
Yeah.
No, I love it up here.
That's pretty great.
I played music last night at Harry's in Fort Smith.
So let's say something about Fort Smith, because it's kind of jammed up a lot. I mean, like in a good way in the last few years.
Yeah,
Downtown.
So I used to play there a bunch.
Did you?
Neurmeyer's Rib Room was a hot spot to play. There's some other places up and down Garrison Avenue that I played at a bunch. Webby D's used to be a place that I played at quite a bit, with bands and kind of solo stuff. But there's a guy that I know of that's there that's, musically minded and, motivated to continue on with the arts and entertainment district and things. And he's put together this place called Harry's, which I learned last night was kind of his mentor, if you will, through restaurant and bar owning and stuff. So it was kind of dead last night.
Yeah.
That being a Thursday night, I think something else was going on. But then tonight, I'm playing at Mojo's Pints and Pies.
Are you?
Down in Fayetteville, and I expect it to be, it'll be great. And Fayetteville's it's a big, being a college town. What's
Lane
that?
loves Mojos.
You like Mojo?
You love you some Mojos?
I'm there tonight.
I just heard that.
Come
I
on.
know. Come on down.
You bring it.
That'd be fun.
It's a cool place.
It's a
got good-
possibility
it's
two
got good
people will
pies.
be there now.
Yeah. Yeah. Lane and Gray are going to show up.
Show
Well, Chris is definitely going to be there. It's those three people who are going to be
Yeah.
there. But it's Fayetteville's great because it's a college town, and there's always 30,000 people that can potentially come out.
Sure.
And I book gigs. I've gotten wiser over the years. If there's 50,000 crazy Razorback fans in town, maybe half those people like music.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And out of that 25,000 people, maybe 5,000 of them will reach out and try to do something after the Razorback game. And maybe out of that group, maybe half those people will be in an area where I'm playing, you know, and then out of that group, maybe they'll stay out, you know, till 4 o'clock in the morning when I hang out. So, you know, you know, it's smart booking.
Yeah.
You know, and it's when you get on the road like this and you want to, you know, you're coming up to Fayetteville, which is 3.5 hours away from town or 3 hours from town. You want to book gigs along with that, kind of make a run, so it's financially feasible.
So is it important for you? It doesn't really affect doesn't affect your pay, the amount of people that show up, does it?
Sometimes it might be something that I got to have a guarantee, you know, to play. I can't play for beer and pizza anymore.
Exposure.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
But again, it gets back to the quality gig.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even here, sitting down and having a few people like that song to me and playing at noon, you know, in front of, 8 people and potentially somebody in the back there that's working going, you know, that was kind of a cool song.
Yeah.
That to me these days is more inspiring and meaningful than, playing on where I've got a crowded place where I've got to, crank it up and try to overpower somebody, and then my system sounds, awful, or maybe it's a little overbearing. Somebody's telling me to turn it down, or it's like, well, I'm trying to compete over, people, surfing Facebook and looking at each other. Why are you here?
Will you play Wagon Wheel?
Honestly, I'm sorry, but I won't play Wagon Wheel. I won't play Brown Eyed Girl. I won't,
What about American?
No.
American Pie.
No
Free
Bird.
Bird, yeah.
No Free Bird.
Skinner.
Bird.
No Free Bird. If you put $500 in the bucket,
I got
Yeah.
$500 if you play Free Bird.
Really?
No.
I know.
I can look up the words right now.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna do the free. Yeah.
Do you do
Nobody
a lot
knows.
of covers, or is it just mostly your...
I'll play some cover songs. I like. I've always liked groups like the Grateful Dead, and I love the Allman Brothers Band, and I love, good guitar-driven rock groups. But again, I love metal music too. I grew up listening to Megadeth and Metallica. We went through a huge 311 phase, or we wore that.
311.
Dude, they're freaking. They're like better than they've ever been.
Yeah.
The last couple albums.
What happened to? Did they get sober?
Probably.
I just spit everywhere.
There you go. That's
Spit on
okay.
your,
Yeah, that's okay.
spit on your iPad.
I think it went right in my cup. No,
That's okay.
That's a great group. We listened to that.
Oh, 311's epic, man.
Yeah.
Really good.
But we,
You like Tom Morello?
yeah.
You even have listened to his new stuff? that he's got?
Rage is going back on tour.
No, they're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
They're
2020.
reunited.
they
Not
got
the original group.
New tour dates.
Yeah.
You see where they're playing? They're playing like all border towns and then Coachella.
That's
Are you
hilarious.
serious? Are they really going back on tour?
Yeah.
They're going to play all up and down the wall.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh, it's going to be great. Yeah.
That literally might bring out some rage.
It might actually evoke
Evoke
spirits.
rage, yeah.
Yeah.
So all the original groups going to get back together?
I think so.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about their entire group and all their songs was literally about the rage and the intensity and the passion they had in the music.
Yeah, I got it.
That's awesome.
So I went to see Rage Against the Machine was opening up for U2 at the Liberty Bowl in Memphis. And something held us up where I didn't get to see Rage, but saw U2, and I was so upset.
Yeah.
Well,
remember when we went to that 311 concert in Little Rock?
in Little Rock, or was it Memphis?
No, it was in Little Rock. We went to there, and then we went to Skinner to Memphis. Went to Leonard Skinner to Memphis at one time.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are some good shows.
You guys are going back. I got to have the flashback of being attacked by geese, but you guys are having like college, like fond memories.
Yeah, it's just good times,
You
good
guys just, like, you
music.
can tell you're thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. All that stuff is good. But psychedelic guitar players.
Yeah.
Yeah. And old school rock, British rock's real good.
You didn't like my Led Zeppelin comment earlier. I
like
can see it in your eyes.
No, that's fine. I like Led Zeppelin a whole lot, and I draw inspiration from that. We'll probably listen to Led Zeppelin today.
You think so?
So I want to.
That was the best quote I ever heard in my life. We'll
What?
probably listen to Led Zeppelin today.
Now that I think about it, because
Yeah.
how much music do you listen to, and how many bands are you familiar with, and how often do you intentionally go out looking for new music? How often do you look for new music? Just
Never.
go. Never.
Never.
I got a good buddy, Barrett Flagg, is like the best at doing that. And if you want to know some new music, call him up. Just
Really?
say, hey Barrett, I'm looking for new music. Well, what kind are you looking for? Hip hop music. Okay, let me turn you on to these guys.
What?
You
Really?
know?
Why does he do
It's
that?
like organic. Because Barrett, he scans databases that he has that's like-minded music, and there's enough applications that are out there,
yeah.
you know, that'll tell you, you know, any type of music app that says, hey, you like this particular band, try listening to another band that's kind of familiar to them, but they're East Coast instead of West Coast, so their vibe's a little bit different. You know what I mean?
You like Railroad Earth?
I love Railroad Earth.
I know you do.
But I love King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard too.
Do you?
Have you heard them?
No. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
I even went to Dallas and saw them. They're so
Did you?
good.
You
Yeah.
traveled for it.
I traveled.
Wow.
With
That's
Barrett.
pretty big.
And Chris. Chris didn't go. She wasn't really into him that much.
You're not into King Lizard and the Gizzard Bizzard?
Gizzard Wizard.
Say that really fast.
King Lizard and the Gizzard Wizard.
But they're these Australian kids that put out like 5 albums in 1 year, and it's everything from like metal to like surf rock to it's really wild and it's good. And it's new music, you know what I mean?
Surf rock like Beach Boys?
Yeah, kind of. It's kind of
pretty cool.
well, not necessarily like Beach Boys
Like
stuff.
Weezer. Like,
Yeah, kind of more alternative, gnarly guitar rock. But then some of it's just like real super metal stuff, and then they might have some kind of psychedelic, San Francisco like stuff. But they're all
sweet.
Australian guys, and they're young and out of phase guitars and just weird sounds, and it was an incredible show. But it was new music.
What you got any more new music for us here for the
Yeah.
show?
Well,
What do you
again,
got?
I got some music.
Okay. What you
Let's
want? You
hear
want
it.
to play something?
Yeah, I'll play another.
What you got?
This one.
What's this song
Tony
about?
Clifton. What's your name?
What's this song about? Is this the one I wrote for you?
Right.
Yeah. Let's play. How about a tune called Two Wheels? Have you heard that one?
Yeah.
You have?
I
You want me to
believe.
play that one?
Yeah, please.
Or do you
It's
want
good.
me to play a different one?
No, I mean it's either that or Freebird. I'm sorry.
Let's go Freebird.
Roger, he's about to play Freebird. Already sounds good.
You were so dangerous. Though when you were young, life to the fullest, and every corner on 2 wheels. You pulled all the strings, your word was law, we fell at your feet, we wanted to be just like you. You were our idol then. When school got out, you got a job and kids. That time's now gone away. You lost touch with all your friends. Oh, where has Bobby gone? Some say he was a war hero, some say he was a movie star. But his mother dreams he lies on the ocean floor. Oh, round and round and round you go, and where it stops nobody knows. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. All the world is one big game. Round and round and round you go, and where it stops nobody knows. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. All the world is one big game. We all wanted to be just like you. found Bobby on the 7th floor. Well, he was under a white sheet. The light was shining bright in those hollow eyes, still full of all his dreams. He had met a girl out on the Golden Coast. She pulled all the strings. Oh, Bobby fell down at her feet. And then they spun out of control on 2 wheels. Oh, round and round and round you go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. All the world is one big game. Round and round and round you go. And where it stops, nobody knows. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. All the world is one big game. And his mother dreams he lies on the ocean floor.
Nice. D-Money original. It's a good tune, brother.
Yeah,
It's a good tune, man. It's a good tune.
that's another Bill DeClerk lyric
Is it really?
pen song. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So the story was, and I can kind of give it up on this one, that his Uncle Bob, my uncle, or his brother, my uncle, he used to drive around the square in Pocahontas in an old Cadillac or something, or 57 shit. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And would scream around the corner, peeling his tires out and coming up on 2 wheels and driving over a streetcar. And Dad kind of remembered that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I took a weird twist to it and had Bob die.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Bob died.
Yeah,
in,
I thought
in
somebody
a different
died.
way than he did die. But it's kind of the story of, he was a cool cat. He looked up to, and then maybe made some choices that weren't necessarily bad. I mean, that he ended up in a particular spot, and then maybe he made some bad choices sooner or later.
Yeah.
So that part of it becomes a little fictitious.
Yeah.
Later on in the song.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I think the mom is a cool aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, she loves her boy.
That's right. That's what mamas do,
That
man.
is what mamas do.
That's what mamas do.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Where the chicken soup at, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm sick, mama. I don't
Right
feel
now.
good, mama.
Yeah.
She would come
She
to
would.
you.
She would. It's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Makes me kind of jealous, though, as a husband, but being a son, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Tara?
Yeah.
Is she out there?
Yeah, she's always
She's
out
always
there.
out there.
Dang.
Brooke's my work wife.
Yeah.
I get
We
it.
get in fights all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it's a lot more of a toxic relationship than my marriage is. Because my marriage isn't toxic at all, but
No.
me and her, we hate each other. We
Really?
can't stand the sight of
It
each other.
depends on the day.
Listen, every day I walk in.
So this is a front?
Hour.
This is a front right here? Because it seems like you guys are getting along real
We're
well.
getting
I mean, we do when
We
we
do.
it's because we're
Oh,
we're
it's
getting
televised.
freaking paid.
Yeah,
It's televised.
it's
I mean, it's on
yeah.
video, but
Yeah.
like you turn this off, and it's like she says, "I hate just your face.
Yeah. I say that.
I hate your
I
face."
say that. I may think it. Like.
Oh, you think it every
Like,
time we have a conversation.
You know that. You know what that
Stop
look
talking
is.
when you're, yeah.
It actually
talking.
it happened earlier today. I said something, and Brooke goes, "Just did that." I'm like,
What-
"What are
what'd
you
you say?
freaking thinking?"
I hate
What-
your face.
Hate your face.
Right.
No, I figured out what this look is when she goes. She's thinking, just give it a few more hours, and I will show you that I was right.
And I was right.
It's
I
going to
know
require
I'm right.
somebody else, JS or somebody else, to say that I was wrong.
Awesome.
It happens.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, so can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Anything,
Anything you want.
Okay. The music that you guys play, and I watched a lot of the videos
Yeah.
only because I like to hear my songs and nothing about the content of White
Just
Spider or
fast
Mark.
forward.
I mean,
To the
yeah,
end.
It's
I
like-
just watch it because I'm on there.
Are you guys talking about me? Talking about me? Talking about me? Okay, that episode was nothing about me.
Yeah.
So
That
I'm
was a
just gonna
stupid.
skip
That was
through
a
it.
stupid one.
Dumb.
Dumb.
No one here is narcissistic.
No, no.
There's not a human that's narcissistic.
But your guests that you've had on, I noticed you guys do the little eye-to-eye intro. Boom,
Yep.
boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's a good one too. Did they dig it? Did they dig the song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
Did any of
Did
them
you
say
see-
like,
did you
that
see-
guy's flat?
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
Nobody's
no one has said that.
commented
Yeah,
yet on that.
Not
You-
even Al Bell.
Al Bell loved it.
Did love
you
it.
see, man, he started hearing that and he's like, he
Really?
did that. That was beautiful.
Nice.
He's a beautiful man.
He is.
He really is.
That was fun.
We need to hook up.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all do.
DeClerk Osborne, DeClerk Osborne, DeClerk Osborne.
Hey, you wanna why don't you can you play one more jam as we exit
That'll be the exit.
the exit song?
exit
Like
jam.
we'll have like an original live exit tune from the radio show.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sounds
Be
great.
awesome.
Sounds great.
And thank you for being here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Good meeting you guys
Awesome.
and your
Yeah.
whole staff and crew, and thanks for having us here. And I mean,
Man, we appreciate your time dropping by. I mean, we're paying you a lot right now, but
yeah. Well, I'll just
you don't do free
you know where
gigs.
the address is. Just send the check there.
Should go.
yes,
Yeah.
sir, I will.
Actually, it's all cash. I'll need all cash.
So you play a lot up in Bentonville.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. So
Yeah, let's do a little plug-in.
yeah. So tonight, Fayetteville, Mojo's Pints and Pies start about 7. I'll play till 10
Mm-hmm.
or so, maybe a little bit later. I think it's on Garland Avenue there in
Yeah, it is.
Fayetteville.
Yep.
It'll be my first time playing there, so it's
Oh,
kind
you'll
of
like
cool.
it.
I've been kind of
Yeah.
trying to work into Fayetteville to play there. So solo gig, a lot of originals, kind of choice covers, things like that. And again, I dig John Prine and Jerry Garcia, and I like Railroad Earth, and I like folk music. God, those guys are great, right?
Freaking railroad, dude.
I know it.
It's freaking epic.
And then tomorrow night, I'm in.
And then DeClerk figured out what they were when we went to their show.
What do you mean?
Like when you like it dawned on you. Like
not-
they're not bluegrass.
They're not a bluegrass
No.
band. They're a rock band.
Yeah.
They're a rock band with acoustic instruments. So if you came to get transported at a Jimi Hendrix show,
Right.
which a lot of people did, Railroad Earth transports me the same way that an electric band would with
Yeah.
acoustic instruments.
And you when we went, that was that time we went. We had the VIP tickets, didn't
Oh,
we?
that's great.
Dude, that
We-
was freaking epic.
We met them.
It's freaking
We
awesome.
met them, and remember their banjo player had just died.
Yep.
And Tim played that
That night,
crazy,
that day.
that like old Appalachian kind of fiddle
Yeah.
tune. Was like, Tim, I'm
Yeah.
gonna start bawling before I even go to the show.
Yep.
Go tuck up in the spider bus and get in fetal position the rest of the weekend.
Oh, it's just nasty.
But tomorrow night I'm at the Peddler's Pub in Bentonville.
Peddler's Pub.
Peddler's Pub. Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Benoit.
Yeah.
He's a good musician too.
He's a great guy. Yeah, good. He's a singer-songwriter and
Yeah.
a guitarist. And,
Mountain biker.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, he's everything.
Yeah, it's great. I love those guys.
Yeah, they're good stuff, man.
Okay.
But you play a lot in Little Rock too.
Yeah, play a ton in Little Rock, mainly solo. There's a band that I still play with called Weakness for Blondes.
Oh yeah.
If you think we suck, you'll always remember the name.
That's right.
And if you think
true.
the name sucks, then
You won't remember anything.
go hate on something else.
Do you play anywhere in Japan? Because we have Japan, Austria, Australia, and New Zealand. Where else are most of our subscribers at?
China.
China.
We have some China.
You play there?
I'm huge in Rio Grande do Sul.
yeah, but
Brazil.
we got about 200,000 subscribers there. so.
I'm huge in Brazil, in Pelotas and Sao Paulo.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, this will be a great show for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're about to be huge. You're about to be huge. DeClerk, we love you.
All right.
Thanks for your
Thank
time,
you.
bro. We love your music, dude. Thanks for letting us use your stuff on that royalty base. I mean, we only can send you a $250,000 check a year right now because of our tunes, but we hope to bring that up.
Hopefully that'll get more.
Yeah, it's just that simple. What's this tune before we leave?
It's called What Will My Music Make Me Be?
Ah, yeah. This is on your album, isn't it?
Yep.
That's a
Title
good
track.
one. It's a good one.
What will my music say? What will it say to me? You are a dream, you are the sky that belongs to me. You can cheat or tell a lie, but your words will hold the feeling you want. More time. What will my music make me be? waterfalls or rising sun. Like a child who's born to be free. You know you'll always be the one. Oh, music, you'll be the one.
It's good stuff. Thanks, D-Man.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for joining us today. Let the music keep bringing you love and joy and peace, and reminding you all the things that you're not good at.
Keep sucking.
Keep sucking at certain things, and just find one thing that you're good at.
That's right.
It'll get better.
That's right.
You will get better.
That's right.
Persistence.
Persistence makes you better. Thanks, D. We appreciate you, brother.